a cold November evening in 1971, a man boarded a flight with a black briefcase and disappeared into history. No body, no confirmed identity, no trace. Just a name, D.B. Cooper. He hijacked a Boeing 727, demanded $200,000, and vanished into the night sky with a parachute strapped to his back. To this day, no one knows who he really was or where he went. Was he a criminal genius, a former spy, or a ghost in the system? November 24, 1971. Northwest Orient Flight 305 was preparing for takeoff from Portland to Seattle. Among the passengers, a man in his mid-40s, wearing a black suit, white shirt, and dark sunglasses. He used the alias Dan Cooper. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to the flight attendant. She smiled, thinking it was a flirt, until he whispered, "Miss, you'd better read that. I have a bomb." Inside his briefcase were red cylinders and wires. He demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. Calm, polite, not a madman, but methodical. The crew followed instructions. Passengers were told there was a mechanical delay. No one panicked. When they landed in Seattle, the FBI delivered the money and parachutes. Cooper released all 36 passengers. He kept the crew, and then ordered the plane back into the air. At 8 p.m., flying somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Cooper made his final move. He opened the rear stairs of the 727 mid-air, something very few people even knew was possible. He turned to the crew, smiled, and vanished into the darkness with the cash strapped to his body and a parachute on his back. It was cold, stormy, visibility was near zero. He jumped into 160 km/h winds at 10,000 feet over dense forests. No one saw him jump. No tracking, no flares, no radar. The flight landed safely without him. When the FBI entered the plane, they found only his black clip-on tie and a few cigarette butts. The greatest manhunt in US history had just begun. But there was nothing to track. No body, no parachute, no cash. Some believe he died that night. Others say he planned his escape perfectly. If he lived, where did he go? The FBI launched a nationwide investigation. Thousands of agents combed through forests, rivers, and mountains. But the terrain was rough. The weather was brutal. In the following weeks, no evidence surfaced, no eyewitnesses, no missing persons matching Cooper's profile. They interviewed hundreds of suspects, from ex-military skydivers to rogue pilots, but all leads went cold. Then, in 1980, a boy in Washington found something strange on the Columbia River shore. 3 decaying bundles of $20 bills, $5,800 in total, still in their original FBI rubber bands. Serial numbers confirmed it. They were part of Cooper's ransom money, but there was still no sign of him. Had the money fallen accidentally? Or had Cooper hidden it on purpose? The FBI released composite sketches, set up tip hotlines, even analyzed pollen on his tie. But nothing, absolutely nothing, led them to D.B. Cooper. Over the decades, hundreds of theories emerged. Some believed Cooper died during the jump, lost in the wilderness, buried by nature. Others believed he survived, changed his identity, and lived out the rest of his life quietly. One popular theory claims Cooper was an ex-military operative with parachute experience, possibly from the CIA or Air Force. Another theory says the hijacking was an inside job, with help from someone on the ground. Several suspects gained attention over the years. Richard McCoy, who performed a nearly identical skyjacking just months later. Kenneth Christensen, a former paratrooper and flight crew member. Robert Rackstraw, a Vietnam vet with code-breaking skills. None could be definitively proven to be Cooper. The case files are over 60,000 pages long. The FBI officially closed the case in 2016, calling it unsolvable. Still, new tips emerge every year. Online sleuths, amateur detectives, and true crime fans keep the mystery alive. Some believe Cooper is still alive. Others think he's buried under decades of moss and leaves. But one thing is certain: no one, not even the FBI, knows who D.B. Cooper really was. D.B. Cooper became more than a hijacker. He became a legend, a symbol of mystery, rebellion, and the ultimate escape. More than 50 years later, we're still asking, who was he? What was his motive? And did he get away with it? Let us know what you think in the comments. Was he a mastermind or just lucky? Subscribe to MindVault for more unsolved mysteries, because sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.